It's Monday morning. I have not even recorded any speed paints, and that is because I haven't been into anything I've been drawing. I was thinking that I'm not gonna, because like there's gonna be so much footage if I record every single Inktober piece, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm only gonna record the ones that I do enjoy, because it's gonna be too much footage otherwise, and like I'm just not happy with like 90% of what has been coming out. So I'm just like, don't really want to put that in the vlog. I'll insert like photos of it, of course, but no speed paints for the ones that I'm just like having days where I'm like I'm not feeling it or anything like that. So that's just a heads up. Do I look like I'm ready for Halloween or what, though? Totally digging my Monday look here. Waiting for work, and I kind of like how sloppy the black lipstick is. I don't know, it kind of just adds an extra element of like what I'm totally into, so. Ain't that right, kitty? Also, I cleaned this place, but you can barely tell. Mommy's going to work, sweetie. Mommy's going to work. So my taxi driver's late, which is fine, but we just had a funny little exchange conversation on the phone as he was telling me he was late. So I haven't been to work in a while because like I've been really, again, off or whatever. I've been focusing on other things, to be honest. Like it hasn't really been my priority, right? Today I'm feeling somewhat decent enough to head to work, so I'm going, and he calls me and he's like, yeah, so are you coming today or something? Like totally calm, and I'm like, yeah, I'm heading to work, and he's like, what? Like he like flips out, and I'm like, okay. And he's like, are you joshing me? And I'm like, no. Yeah, I'm like, dude, fuck, I know, right? And he's like, you can ride with me any day of the week, and like he's like he's totally the coolest, and it's just like he just went from like 0 to like 105, and I'm like, I think he misses me. Because I think I'm like one of the fewer ones that he has that isn't like completely mentally deranged. I'm like, I just have social anxieties, like that's my main struggle, right? So that's why I have to take a cab to work, because like when I get to work, like my energy is like gone by that time. So it's for savoring the energy to actually perform work. So we just have like these awesome conversations, and like he's awesome. I love him. He's like the best driver I've had, and like I can't believe he still wants to drive me because I've been gone for so long. Like, because usually what they do is like they might change drivers depending on what schedule fits them. And so usually if you don't go for a while or whatever, they need to drive someone else. I think they get paid per service, obviously, but like if they schedule in certain people, you know, they have like this circle of income. So usually when I take long breaks, I always get a new driver, because it's just how it goes. Like they need someone else to fill in. But this guy is apparently still persistent with me, and that's really cool. And he's awesome. I just think it's so funny how it's like he calls and I'm like, don't expect him to call at all, right? And it's him, and I'm like, oh my god, what the hell? Why do you want to drive me? And he's like, I'll drive you any day of the week. And I'm like, you're too nice. Anyways, I thought I'd record that. That was awesome. Hype Monday. You saw a little bit of a clip of the entrance of the dollar store. I didn't film inside because awkward. How about we check out my Halloween haul? Alright, let's see what we have first. We have this guy, and this is what he does. And he's censored, so he will start whenever you go past, I guess. unless you turn him off. Love him. Then we have my second favorite thing. This bat skeleton! Oh my god, I love this guy. I saw him and I was like, I need to have him. How cool is this guy? Hello? Oh my god, he's so cool. I love him. This one and that one just jumped at me and I was like, I'll pay the fucking price for it, cause whoo-wee. And we have something I buy every single year, but this one had like black pumpkins as well. So I was like, yep, picking that up 100%. Then we have skull ice tray. Let's see, yeah, there you go. So got some skull, so I can have ice skulls in my coffee for the rest of my life. Happy. The last thing I bought was 2 buckets with a Jacko face on it. They were $1, so I got the orange one and the purple one. Super happy. So yeah, that's my little mini haul. Super excited, super happy with my purchases, and yeah. Happy early Halloween, everyone. All the sorting I did that I haven't done in, well, since forever. I have nothing better to do with my time, and I do feel like I have an artist block going on. I'd go through this, maybe this will inspire me also to put it away in my little binding folder thing where I keep all my art. Look how thick this thing is. I need to get another one. Ain't that right, Kitty? Ain't that right, babies? Hey. Hello. Aww. It's been interesting. Things that I hated before, I don't really hate that much anymore. Like this one, I don't hate it that much anymore. Don't know why, maybe because I don't see it anymore. Let's see if there was anything else that popped. And the ones that I used to like that one, don't like that anymore. I mean, obviously, 90% of this I hate. I absolutely hate it. No, make it 98%. But it was nice to go through, and it's nice to get it sorted out. So I usually put my stuff here when I'm either working on it or when it's done. It goes into this shelf right here. But yeah, I need to sort it more often. Clearly, I didn't even know I had so many paintings just lying around, so... So I may or may not have bought more Halloween decorations. I got these straw skeletons. There was pumpkins too, and actually I might go back and get them. Not today, obviously. But I just love these guys. Look at them. They're so cool. I love them, love them, love them. Hopefully they're reusable. I'm going to assume they are, because that'd be great. So I can use them for the rest of my life. Then, since I lost my pumpkin string light, I found these ones. These are skeletons, and they light up, obviously, so I'm going to put that here as well. And then I also got pumpkin ones that I'm also going to put up here, which is my little Halloween area. And then, oh, if you're a 90s kid, you're going to remember this shit. You think, oh, it's a regular fucking tumbler. I just love him. So it could be like, I'm at a fucking rave, disco drinking rum and coke, or like this flashy business, or just a solid color, and just be like, yeah, I'm super hip and cool from the 90s, or just, obviously you can have it all. But I absolutely love this. This is my guy right here. They had orange and I think, not a purple one, I think there was a hot pink one and stuff like that. But they only had one gray black left, and I was like, you know what, I kind of want this one, because obviously, the thing about me is I use this stuff year round. So I also got I needed some regular ink, regular pens, and they had these purple ones, and I was like, of course I needed the purple ones. So yeah, super excited for my little haul. Yes, because this is what's professional, and this is what a vlog should be. Do I want this in the video? That's distracting. Or this? Nah, I'll just stick to this. Excuse me, I'm like almost sick. So, trying to smooth my throat out for this little outro thing before I get too sick today, because I feel like today is the last day of like where it's not a full cold yet, but it's definitely coming and I can feel it in my throat. So hot honey water, because I need to buy lemon, but you know, cheers. My new favorite cup. As you guys saw, I went to get some Halloween decorations because one, my decorations are stored away at the bottom of a pile of boxes. I'm not gonna dig that out. It's not worth it. Plus, all this that you've seen is pretty dirt cheap. He was like the priciest. And even he wasn't that pricey, technically. But he's part of my family now, and I'm gonna love him forever. So I went to the dollar store and bought a bunch of decorations, including him, with my dad, and that was really fun. We both kind of really fell in love with that guy, and he was like, I need to take that. I need to take him home. I had to put away some other things in order to bring him back with me. Obviously, I'm on a budget, but I feel like it's not Halloween unless you buy some stuff. Like, because I one day want to fill my entire apartment when I move with just Halloween decorations, kind of like all year around. I'm like one of those crazy bitches. Like I don't know. I love spooky stuff. So, yeah. And then I went to the Flying Tiger store, which this guy is from. I'm not sure if you can have hot beverages in it, but it's not too hot because I put in some cold water as well because I didn't want to risk melting it. I think it's fine though. Like, it doesn't seem to leak, which is good because they only had one left of the black one. They had a bunch of other colors, which like I could have gotten. I might go back for, but it was still, I was just like, this guy's coming home with me today. So 90s. This, I don't know if this is totally lame by today's standards, but in the 90s, having glowing cups like this was like the rave. Like, all the kids had it with our bubble chairs and like our bubble backpacks. Oh my god, everything that was glowing or in this case, flashing, was like the rave, okay? So I bought a little string lights that you cannot see right now in the background, but they're really nice, especially at night. It makes it all cozy and stuff. As I went to the dentist yesterday to have my yearly checkup, I had myself a latte afterwards, and I bought a bunch of stuff from Flying Tiger. So most of the stuff that you see here, including this little, as you can see, the guys back here have legs. This guy doesn't. Well, I put him on the original straw that came with this, but the straw was too short. So I was like, I'm just going to tear his limbs off. So now he just has like a cute little, I don't know, he'll always fit here. Like, even if I use the straw that comes with this, he kind of like sits perfectly, and there's still enough for me to drink out of. So I love that I have backups of him, and like, it's also decorations, and they have pumpkin ones that I really wanted, so I might go back for that. I don't know. I love that I'm so cheerful right now. I know by tonight or after this clip, I'll be fucking dead, but it is what it is. Now, besides all the Halloween stuff and stuff, I didn't put up a vlog last week. I just, for one, really did not have any footage. I barely have any footage this week either, but I more have like long clips of things. I've been in an extreme rut, like, or as in like, I'd say not an art block, because I can still draw if I draw something, but it's more of like a creative burnout kind of thing. I feel like it's more of a burnout than an art block. Then the other day, you will have seen clips of this, I have two beautiful people come by on my stream, Tara and Carrie, that was like, hey, you should do this what was it? Plunkie Mondays or something like that. It was something catchy, and they worked together. And I was like, that sounds awesome. And what that is, you basically randomly generate a Pokemon and you draw that Pokemon. And I kind of stuck to like a style of like, it's more painterly, as you guys have seen. So I think that's a series of sticker packs I'm gonna do, where it's like, even though I don't know how to draw the Pokemon or whatever, I'll still try. So I'm gonna do 6 per pack like I always do. Now these are kind of small, but honestly, it is what it is. They're so cute, and I'm really into them. I'm really happy with them. And so yeah, I like how they're all painterly and stuff like that. So yeah, these are for sale if you're interested. If you're not, that's cool. This project that was created this past Monday really kind of got me out of that place where it was like, yes, I still feel kind of burnt out. But when it comes to Pokemon, like, I feel they're somewhat easy to make something out of. Like, you can put them together and it becomes something, and it kind of looks good, right? You know what I mean? Sure, they're all different Pokemons in the first little pack here, but it is what it is. Excited to continue this series, that whenever I do feel kind of burnt out, I kind of want to have this as my burnt out series, where it's I want to create, because the thing is, like, as I've been mentioning for a few vlogs now, that I want to do sticker packs. Like, I love doing sticker packs. They're my faves. I'm having all these ideas, right? I try to execute the ideas, and like, I'm into the ideas and like somewhat how it's turning out, but it's not been my thing. Like, I feel like it is my thing, but it's just, it didn't feel right. And then this idea was brought up to me by my friends, and I was like, whoa, like, this is perfect. I love my Pokemons. You guys know I love my Pokemons. Yeah, if you're burnt out, draw Pokemon. It's fairly simple, and it makes you kind of get out of that little space, I guess, where it's, I don't know. So I very much still feel like I'm in that spot of being burnt out. But having this has definitely helped me, because like right now when I feel a little better, I'm going to stream cutting out the rest of these, because I made 6 of them right now. So I'm going to be doing the rest on stream. And also, that's a thing about doing these vlogs. Like, I'm not a YouTuber, okay? Like, this is not my main gig. I don't like this gig. Well, I mean, like, I do enjoy the fact of, like, recording yourself and then maybe looking back on it in a different time. Like, when you're in a different place, or you're in a, like, you've been through different things. I think it's fun to look back on because like I can look back at like old vlogs I used to do like back in whenever, and I feel like that's fun. To a degree, that's fun. I mean, you can always look back and cringe, which you do. I think that's kind of part of it. I do like that aspect of this, but I also feel like I put more pressure on myself, as in like, oh, then I have to create something every week. Like, going from nothing to every week. Like, that shit is not in my nature. Like, I'm not a YouTuber. It's not a thing. I don't like video editing. I don't like any of this. This is more to show my friends that wanted to see some stuff that I do and, you know, like, have that kind of back and forward kind of thing. That's what this was. But I put too much pressure on myself and made it into something it didn't have to be. So I don't think I'm going to continue posting every single week. I'm going to remove that pressure off of myself completely. Like, doing monthly ones also has been kind of like maybe, but at the same time, I do like putting in these weekly thoughts at the end of the video. Like, this is my favorite part, where it's like, I have done this. This is how I feel. Blah, 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 blah. Like, this is the part that I enjoy, but I understand not everyone enjoys this, because why would you give a shit about me? So this is more for future me. Hi, future me. You're still fat, I know. It's alright. We have a cool mug, though. At least now. So I like looking back. The aspect of looking back at this one day is kind of what I enjoy by these Wednesdays, when I sit down and be like, this was my week and this is how I feel. So I need to shit rose right now because I was going to bleach my hair yesterday and I just threw on some makeup because, again, I feel like shit. So don't really feel like bleaching my hair right now. The Halloween shopping has kind of been like, that gives me like so much happiness. Like, I just seeing all the spooky stuff and new things every year, like that shit, it gets me going. Like, that is what fuels me. When it comes to weekly vlogs, I would love to keep it going, but the thing is, I don't think I'm gonna put that pressure on me. Like, because if there is a week where it's like, nothing literally happens when it comes to art or anything like that, or thoughts or whatever, I won't record anything because what's the point? But if I do have a semi-successful week, like this was a semi-successful, at least I got a few clips from making something that I can upload. I figured I might as well put this in here as well because I feel like this relates to everything going on, like content-wise and whatever. Now, we all struggle from burnout. This is nothing unusual or whatever. It can last for a while, but we gotta know that it is temporary. I think that is what I struggle with the most, because you want to create, like, you have all these ideas, but they don't come out the way you want it or at all. And that is kind of discouraging. And I feel like that is what I've been struggling with. Like, it's okay to take a break, like, or it's okay to have these ideas, write them down, but then leave it at that and maybe come back to it later. Not force yourself to do these things, such as my Halloween sticker pack, which is not going to happen. I tried again this week, but no, it's just not meant to happen. Same goes for just completing a painting or sketching. I haven't really done any of that this week. The only thing I've done is this Pokemon thing. Like, I'm so happy I managed to do this. It felt good, and hopefully I can continue on that path and get out of this, and so therefore come back to maybe some more entertaining vlogs and stuff like that as well. And because I want to share that with my friends that I know is watching, and, you know, like, I'm also very, very much a live streamer. Like, I do not like this whole video format of like recording and editing and all that stuff, like I just mentioned. Like, I am almost always online on Twitch, okay? So that is where you'd find me, whether I'm playing video games or do art. Honestly, I feel like that is kind of where I've always been kind of a live kind of person, you know what I mean? Even though I disappear for weeks, like if you only watch me on YouTube and I disappear for a long period of time, you're like, oh, where did she go? I'm actually still around, just not on YouTube. So there might be weeks where it's a gap, or, you know, where I don't feel inspired to pick up the camera or anything like that. I just kind of want to put that out there so we know that there's no more weekly things happening, that it is what it is. But yeah, I think that's it. Running out of space and footage. I have so many long clips to edit. You're welcome. No, but thank you all for stopping by again. I hope you had a lovely week. I hope next week treats you well. And I'll see you next time.